Soul Companions, and welcome to Soul with Lily and Louise. We've got a special treat for you this evening. Some of you know that I've been coming to Bali now for 22 years. When I first came, I met the most amazing man, Agung Raka. And some of you are aware, if you read Into the Heart of Bali, that Agung Raka a few years ago passed away. However, he's always with us each and every day. But I am really excited, we are very excited, to introduce you to his actual younger brother, Agung Raka. And I have to tell you a little bit about this wonderful man. In a moment, Louise is going to ask him a few questions so that you get to know and understand the depth and the beauty of Bali through Agung Raka. We're going to drop the name Agung and call him Raka because he's our best pal. One of the things that we love about him is that because he's our soul companion, he's with us every day, teaches us the depth and the spirituality of this beautiful place called Bali. The question I'm asking you and that Louise is going to be asking Raka is, are you called to Bali and why? So let's hear what Raka has to say about his home here in Bali.
So first of all, my experience here in Bali, this is my second time coming to Bali. So I have had the pleasure to meet Raka for the first time, and I'm honored to call him my soul brother. He has truly transformed my heart, my soul, and taken me into such a depth that I would not have had the opportunity to. So what I would love for you to share with us, Raka, is as myself being a foreigner coming here, as Lily does these trips here in Bali, usually once a year, and we are planning one next year in October to invite a group to come here with us to Bali. What is the transformational, what is the soul of Bali that you've introduced us to that helps transform foreigners like me?
Yeah, and you're our brother.
You're a brother.
Thank you for the opportunities that the Spirit gave me personally to meet nice people like you, and who are now not only a friend, but you are a family. And I also want to say that welcome home again, to your second home, as you feel already that the soul of Bali is welcoming everyone who wants to visit Bali, to experience and to see the Balinese, the culture, and also the explore all the island of Bali, and also going to have the prayer at some temples. We, as the Balinese, we are so welcome also with the foreigners who visit our island, and we are also more than happy to welcome you to enjoy the atmosphere of Bali and everything about Bali. So it is also a pleasure for us that you love our village, our place here, and it will be more than happy to come you every year, to welcome you every year to the village and also to you.
Beautiful. So Lily, why don't we share a little bit about what we're planning for next year? And then maybe Raka can give us a taste of what we're about to do this evening.
Yes, but before we do that, do you mind if I ask Raka, can you tell us a little bit about the purification ceremony?
Okay. We at the village, we have spring water, and I am the priest of the place, and I've done so many purification for all our customers who stay in our property, and also for the foreigners who stay in the other property. The purification at our place is cleansing the negative energy in our body, also synchronize the energy of in your body with the energy of the nature. So by that, the negative energy will be little by little gone from your body. So you will get less a bad day in your life.
And could you tell us a little bit about the black and white? You know, as you know, I channel Ratu Nien, and I always wrap her in a scarf that's black and white. And when we go to temple tonight, you're going to see that. What is the symbolism of the black and white?
The black one, for the Balinese, the Hindu especially,
Yes.
we describe it, it's something negative.
Yes.
And the white one, something pure energy, which we get at almost all the temples in Bali. So every time we pray to the temple, we always expect that we get the white energy from the temples where we are going.
Right. And we just took a picture of a beautiful gentleman this evening, which we're going to post later. And you can see beautiful white energy around his crown.
Yeah.
And as we say, you can't make that stuff up.
Mm-mm.
One of the things that I love most about Bali is the symbolism in everything. So the black and white in North America, and with my teachings and Louise's teaching, is embracing our light, but also embracing our shadow. We're so afraid of it. But when you're here in Bali, you find the perfect balance. It just is. We have that. We are that. So tonight, he's going to be taking us to 3 temples.
Yep.
So can you tell us about that?
This temple, what we believe in Bali, is the spirit of the temple is the spirit who control the business on this planet. So when we have the business thing or trading or something in this life, then we need to get the blessing from this temple.
And her name, of course, is Melanting. She's
Ratu Mas Ayu Melanting.
Yes. And that was Prana's, Agung Prana's, one of his favorite temples. And he did a lot of work in Penuturan, of course, with spirituality. And we're going to do another podcast later to really go deep into the work of your brother Prana and possibly have you with us so that you can answer any of these questions.
Okay.
But what was so unique about that temple where he put so much of his energy in?
Wow.
Yeah.
This temple has so strong energy.
Yeah.
So everyone who are success in their business in Bali, that's because of this temple.
Yes.
That's why every 4th full moon is the ceremony of this temple. So everyone on this island, so they come for prayer at this temple. Usually they keep the ceremony at least 3 days to let all the Hindu or all the people in Bali come for their prayer. If they make it only once in a day, it will not be enough time for everyone to come.
Okay, and this temple is actually open 24 hours a day.
Correct.
Because I've had the pleasure once in a while of sleeping there overnight, and the energy has been incredible.
The priests of the temple, they are standing by there 24 hours, 24/7.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. Wow.
And what about
Such an open heart.
the open heart and welcoming, whether it's foreigners or Hindus themselves, those at home? There is also a gatekeeper. I remember the older woman that was there for years and years.
Yep.
A good friend of Agung Prana,
Yep.
and she was the gatekeeper. She since passed away, but I would always so look forward to her greeting. She was so lovely and sweet and divine.
Yeah.
Tell us about the other 2 temples we're visiting.
The first one is the temple where we are going to pray tonight. The first one is Ratu Nyang temple, and then the second one is the Pasar Agung temple. The third one is the main temple where Ratu Mas, the spirit of Ratu Mas at the temple, the biggest one of the temple.
And can you tell us a little bit about the offerings? Because we're going to be filming some of these tonight. And
I saw these beautiful
baskets that they're making for us. Yes.
Yes, that offering, we call it Pajati.
Pajati.
It represents all the ceremony, all the offering that we bring to the temple, that's the symbol of all the offering that we should bring to the temple. So we put it in a small basket like that. It represents all the big offering that we should usually bring to the temple. So it consists of what we call dakshina, with the coconut on it. So we put some fruit, also the rice cake also inside. So we put everything. So that's why we call it pajati, because it represents all the big offering to bring to the temple.
And all the offerings are grown right here
Yes.
in Bali.
Right.
Could you describe when we will be sitting in prayer tonight, which you've experienced, especially when you had your purification, and we are blessed, but there's 4 different stages each prayer. Could you go into a little detail?
Yes, after the priest doing the prayer, then we do the 5-time prayer.
5 times.
So the first one we use with no flowers, with the empty hand. The position of the hand is right in front of your third eye. The first prayer is to get the witnesses to the god of the sun with the first flower.
Right.
So the second prayer with what we call kwange, or we also can use the flower. We pray to the spirit of the temple, and the fourth, we pray to all the spirit from all the direction, and then the last one we pray without flowers. So the philosophy of the prayer. So we start by 0 and end it by 0. So like the philosophy of our life, we born with bring nothing, and then we leave this planet bring nothing. 0 and end with 0.
Everything is so symbolic.
Yeah.
Even when we did the purification ceremony, which is so special, and we'll get a chance to actually, Mango just fell.
Yep.
I just love the
It's for Andrew.
Yeah.
We're going to get a chance to share some of the filming at some of the purification ceremony. What do the flowers represent? Are there certain specific flowers that have prayer or energy that's different, or it's the accumulation? What is the synergy of that?
It's description of the energy of the person who are going to have the purification. The higher the energy of someone, the more flowers that we need to prepare or to put in the water for the purification. So like you, both of you who has the higher energy, higher spiritual, and also higher spirit who protect you always, we use more kind of flowers. So it will be 3 kind of flowers, starting the lowest one, 6, 7, 9, 11, and then if someone has so quite big problem with their healthiness, sometimes we use 21 or 23 kind of different flowers.
Bali has that much variety of
Yes.
Wow.
Certainly.
So that's interesting. So if anybody's coming here to heal, the healer, like Mangkuk Made is visiting us tomorrow. We have a whole day with him, and he's a very well-known international healer who's been able to heal cancer. So when he's working with somebody and doing water ceremony and they're ill, chances are they will receive the 21 sometimes. Could you also talk to us about the altars? Every home, I mean, since I've been visiting Bali all these years, I have altars everywhere in my home. So do you.
Businesses.
The businesses. So am I correct in saying that every home has 3 altars?
Actually, we have one area with one altar for the family, the ancestor of the family,
Yeah.
and also some families, they have the representative of each temple, big temple we have in Bali. So like one big family,
Yeah.
sometimes they have about 7 or 10 temples, buildings inside of the family temple. So each temple, each building represent different big temple in this island.
Oh,
So, for example, our family at home, we have building which represent the Basaki temple,
that's the big temple here.
the mother temple. in
Okay.
Bali. So we shouldn't go to Basaki or during the holiday. So we can do it at our family temple, because we have the representative of the temple in our family temple.
So is that why some homes the temple will have 3 layers, 4 layers?
Yes.
And how many does it go up? 9?
In the family, we don't have the most.
No,
No, it's only for the temple itself.
itself.
Yeah, so we have only the simple one,
Right.
because we don't want to be higher position than the main temple.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so we should be lower than that.
Right.
So we pray from our the family temple.
Okay, the tiers. So you're
Yeah.
TIERS.
That's because in the old days,
Yes.
our ancestors,
Yeah.
they don't have cars to go to that temple. So that's why they pray from their own temple, our own temple. So we don't need to go that long to walk to go to the temple.
Beautiful.
So does every family group of temples, do they have a priest within the family?
Most of the family, yes.
Yeah.
But the family who doesn't have their own priest, in the village, every village has their own priest. So these priests can do the prayer at that family.
Okay. Any more questions? Because we are in for a treat this evening, and I have a funny feeling that after tonight, when our group experiences 3 temples, we'll be able to come back and go into more detail.
Yep. The longer you stay in Bali, the more temple that you can visit. You got the confirmation?
Yes, we got the confirmation. So anytime there's a gecko when we're talking, a gecko, it's always confirmation.
Mhm.
Thank you, Agung Raka, Brother Raka.
It's a pleasure to
Thank
meet
you so much for such a welcome and having such an open home to all of us.
It's
so
a pleasure for me.
We love you.
We love you too.
Thank you. Thank you.